Hey guys, Steve Welch here, Beeman Toyota, downtown Nashville. Wanted to show you a couple things here about the Highlander. I realize this is the old body style. There is the 2020 out, which you can see over there in the distance. But I wanted to show you something. This is going to be on the 14 through the 19 models on the Highlander. A lot of people like to know that they can customize their car. Great thing about your Highlander, which I'm going to go ahead and turn this one on. This one's a limited, so just so you can kind of figure out where you're at on what we're looking at here, I'm going to show you how you can actually customize your Highlander. So like I said, 2014 to 2019, this is about customizing the Highlander for how you want it to look. So first off, I'm going to show you your center screen right here. All right, so obviously you can put this button that's going to hit your trip miles, of course. If you want to reset your trip miles, just press and hold this right here. You'll reset your trip miles to 0. That's really not customizing, I realize that. So what I'm going to show you is this right here. All right, you see this screen right here, see your next screen, all that. Watch this button. I hit this button, it pops back to that screen. Now this is the actually factory set screen, so this is the one that from the factory it would go to, but most people actually like the range screen. All right, so if you wanted to set it to where anytime that you hit this button, the range screen comes up, press and hold and watch what happens. Do you want to switch the screen? Yes. And now no matter where you go, hit that button, you're gonna go back to that screen. Maybe you don't like that screen. Maybe you want to go to your eco screen, your sway screen, whatever you want to go to, you can go to. So that's a quick thing you can do for right there. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you is that you can actually go into, and you see how it's got the eye on the top and then your compass, and I'm going over to the right. So I'm moving over to the right here. Now, when you go into your settings screen, you're going to see you can change your units. You can change whether it's miles per gallon, kilometers. You can change all of those things, right? Which I'm in the US, so obviously we keep it in our miles here. You can switch your eco if you want to have it to where it'll turn your eco on or off for that little tag that pops up when you're driving an eco that looks just like that green thing. You'll have a tag somewhere on the dash. I believe it's over here on this one that would pop up, and as you're driving and it sees that you're getting a little bit better gas mileage, it'll pop up that little eco tag, so you can turn that on or turn that off. Coming back down here, you can switch your settings if you want to. You're pressing and holding that to do that. But this is what I want to show you, your drive info. So when I watch this, I've hit this, and now I can change. So it shows your current as a bar type. So now you can change it to blank. You can change it to fuel economy after start, after refuel. So let's just do this and go after refuel, all right, on your fuel economy, all right? So I did that. Now let's change this one to your average speed after reset or after start. You can change that. Elapsed time. So let's just change it to this, all right? Now, you might not want to change it to these, but you can, all right? So now I'm just going to hit back, which is right here, all right? And here, let's just do this. I'm going to hit home screen. I've gone back to the range again. Now, the second one, boom, all right? So I've just changed it to miles after reset. So that was your trip, right? 6935, and then your average miles per hour after reset. So it shows average miles per hour is 26. All right, so like I said, maybe that's not the one you want to go to, but you can hit the back button, which I just did from the eye, and get back in there. Hit your drive info again, and what do you want to hit? Do you want to do fuel economy? Do you want to do speed, time? Do you want to do range, right? You want to have it blank, current fuel economy. So let's go back to the bar type current fuel economy. All right, now what do you want to do? All right, elapsed time. Let's just do range. All right, so now I have a bar type and the range. All right, I'm going to hit back. Let me just go ahead and hit the home screen again. And I'm going to go down. And so now I'm back to the main screen. And what you can see on the main screen there is the current, which is what the current miles per gallon are. And your range has now been reset. So that's your main screen. So you can change wherever you want to after reset, wherever you want to put. So no matter which one you want to change, you can go into it. So you can change drive info. So there's your range and your average speed. Well, maybe you don't want average speed. Maybe you want to go and do your time. So time or distance or So there, so let's do distance after start and distance range, right? So now we're going to go back home, and that's our second screen. So now you can see the range, and you can see after start. So if I was to start driving here, you'd be able to see, and actually, let's just kind of roll around the parking lot a little bit here. There's no problem doing that. So you'll kind of see, we'll hit the 0.1 here in a second, and just kind of get an idea as to, you know, it'll show like your average speed. It'll show any of those items that you want to, but you can reset. So like I said, the whole purpose of this one, and you see the eco tab that pops up there. So you can change all of these different things. And I didn't quite go 1/10 of a mile, but you can change all of those things to whatever you want them to be when it comes to your vehicle and what information it's telling you, fuel economy or current fuel economy or how far you've drove or whatever you want it to say. And then you could always, like I said, reset down here to exactly what you're wanting the thing to show up top, right? So if you get in a car and you're going, man, I really don't like that menu because I got to switch back and forth because I want to see the miles after reset, and I want to see what my range is, but I don't care how many miles I've gone after start. Well, you can go in and you can change all that. So it's a really cool feature to be able to do that. Now, there's more things that you can change. So what I'm going to show you over here is you come into your app screen, all right? And then we're going to go into setup, right? And you're going to scroll over this way, and you're going to hit vehicle, all right? So now you can see vehicle customization, and now you can go into your door lock settings. So automatic door lock, this one says by speed, right? So you can do it by speed or by shifting from park. Most people want it to shift from park. So as soon as I go into drive, listen, I've just hit all the door locks. When I go into park, all your door locks unlock, all right? So if you want it to do that, you can go to shift from speed. If you want to turn it off, you can turn it off, right? And I'm trying to be off to the side a little bit here. So, right, so now I'm going to go back, right? And I've done that shift to park. Automatic door unlock. I'll say I don't want it to do it. So I've gone to off, right? So now watch. I'm going to hit drive, and it's gone into drive. And now I put it in park, and it doesn't unlock any of the doors. I would actually have to go in and either pull the handle, which would unlock the door, or hit your unlock button, which would unlock your doors. But most people want it to unlock when you shift it to park. So you can change that, right? 2-press unlock. What is the 2-press unlock? That's pretty easy. When you have your key in your hand like this, you hit your unlock button once, it'll unlock just your driver's door. Hit it 2 times, and it'll unlock all your doors. All right, so that's what your 2-press unlock is. So select the door to unlock, you'll unlock all the doors. So auto relock timer. So you can go in here and you can change this. So 120, 60, or 30 or off. So what's the relock timer? You hit that unlock button, or let's say worst case scenario, you hit the unlock button, didn't realize you did it, hit your pocket as you were walking around the house, something like that. The car will start a countdown timer, either the 120, the 60, or the 30 seconds, and it will say, okay, well, you have not opened the door within that 60 seconds, I'm relocking. So it'll relock it. Now, it doesn't start timing just when you get out of the car and say, all right, you left the car, so I'm going to lock it. If you haven't locked it or hit the unlock or the lock button, the doors will not lock. So if you hit that lock button or hit the unlock button and say you thought you hit the unlock or thought you hit the lock button, that timer will start and your doors will definitely be locked in 60 seconds. So as long as you hit a button, it's going to be locked one way or another after the 60, the 120, or the 30 seconds, as long as you have this one enabled. So now coming back here, we'll scroll down one more time. This right here means that your lights are going to flash on and off for you. This right here means that your tone will either get louder or softer. That's the beep beep when you hit it for the outside that you can hear. So that tone can be louder, softer. You can definitely change that. So now coming back in here, climate settings, this is auto AC. Just means that you can hit this auto button and your AC will work. You're going to hit your light settings. So what your light settings are, headlamp sensitivity. Leave that right in the middle. It usually is about right, but you can make them more or less sensitive to how bright it is for your headlights to turn on. Auto off timer, that's pretty easy to explain too. So once you park the car, after 30 seconds in this one, 60 seconds or 90 seconds, the car will actually shut the headlights off. So it'll leave them on after you put it in park and have shut the door. That's when the timer starts. So after you've shut the door, that timer will start for how many seconds before it turns the lights off. Interior, exterior lights off timer, that's 15 seconds each one there. So we're going to pop back over here. Other vehicle settings, this is how you adjust your back door. So you can say, how high do I want the back door to go? And you can turn and you can adjust how high you want your back door to actually raise. So all those are in your vehicle settings, of course. So it's very, very easy to customize your car for what you want your vehicle to do. So if you want, the center screens to be different, if you want your radio to be different, there's also the ability, and I'm going to show you something else while I'm thinking about it here. I'm going to hit your apps button here, setup. All right, I'm going to hit home screen. There's something else that you can do. So you see how this one has auto and nav, or audio and nav? I'm going to hit home here first so you can see this. So you got audio and you've got your nav button. All right, so I'm going to go back to where I was, apps, setup, home screen, and now I want to have a 3-panel. All right, so I'm going to hit OK. Now I've got your phone down here. All right, so that's your nav, your audio, your phone. Well, say maybe you're not somebody that wants to add a phone. All right, so let's go back. I'm going to hit my setup again and my home screen, and I don't want the phone there. I want the weather. All right, boom. Now I've got the weather there. Okay, guys, so showing you here the difference. So now you have 3 panels instead of having the 2 panels. You can change this into your however you want to do it for like weather or anything like that. I'm going to hit your app screen, setup, your home screen. You can come back to 2 panel if you want to, 3 panel, change your weather, put it over to like your driver easy speak, which is on your Highlander. Then you can turn your easy speak on, turn your easy speak off, of course. So however you want this to end up being, it's very easy to adjust what you want on your Highlander. All right, so just showing you some of the options. So if you want to, you can come over, you can see your weather like this too. I love showing people the weather. So now if you come over here, so now I'm going to show you one other thing with the setup here. So now I come into the setup, you can change down here, see your color theme. If you like a different color, you can change it to a different color. So now if you go to any of your screens, you're going to have that, your app screen, all those will have a different color, of course. So you can change those into anything that you want when it comes to color. Now, most people tend to like the blue, so I tend to leave it on the blue. So you can also change a few other things. You can see you can customize. You can actually customize your startup image and your screen off image. There's other videos out there about that, but that's something that you can do as well. Your software updates here too. So definitely take that. Something else you can do, your maintenance. All right, so you can come in here and you can say, okay, so I want to remember that in 6 months I'm going to change my wiper blades. All right, so you're going to come back through here and you're going to do, let's just say 08 of 12 of 21, I'm going to change my windshield wipers. All right, so now it's going to give you a notification, it's time to change the windshield wipers. Brake pads, same thing. So all right, say you want brake pads, you want to edit it, 60,000 miles, it's time to change the brake pads. Boom. So now you're going to set this up. Now in 60,000 miles, I'm going to tell you it's time to change the brakes. Your oil change, when's your oil change? It's about every 10,000 miles, right? So edit this and do 10,000 miles on your oil change. Boom, now your oil change is set. So you can also come in here and go, wife's birthday. So if you wanted to make sure that you knew, that it's your wife's birthday and what your wife's birthday is, or husband or whatever, you put all that in there and it's under your maintenance thing. So you can do all that. Tires, all right, well, tires, let's say you're doing 40,000 miles on your tires, which is an average time on your tires. You're going to alert yourself that it's time to change your tires. Your rotation or what, every 5,000, right? So you want to do 5,000 miles on your tires. So you can change it and you can do 5,000 miles on your tires. So now all these, they're going to have reminders that are set up. You're going to see that the reminders there that it's set up, and that's what you do. All right. So you can delete them all if you wanted to, but it's all your service. So it allows you to customize the vehicle or the experience even, what you want to do. You can come into your eco, you can see past records, you can clear, you can do all that kind of stuff. There's just a lot of stuff that you can do for having your vehicle set up to how you want it to be, to where it's the best for you. You can change your mile, you can do all this stuff there. So however you want it to be the best for you, you can set it up that way. Like I said, I'm in a limited, so it's not a huge or it's not like a huge difference between all the trim levels on what you can do, because your basic radio is going to be the same between the 14 and the 19. You have a couple differences in the 20. So but just showing you that you're going to have a little bit of a difference between those two. But I definitely wanted to show you guys these. So all the ways that you can customize some of these settings in the front that you might not even realize you're doing. Oh, something else too. This button that is over here is the brightness on your instrument panel, and you can see how I'm doing that. So that changes the brightness on your instrument panel on your Highlander. So I might just do a quick video on just that, just because some people ask about changing the brightness. So, but anyway, Steve Welch from Beaman Toyota in downtown Nashville. I hope you guys are having a great summer. I definitely wanted to do a couple things for you. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to help, happy to answer anything that you guys got. Appreciate the ideas for content. That's always great. So I'll try to help you guys with any content ideas that you give me, because I'm definitely here to answer some questions. So if you're in the downtown Nashville area, you're looking to buy a car, I definitely would love to help you. So Steve Welch, Beaman Toyota, downtown Nashville. You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.